Hello everybody, I am Jedi Jack Penguin and welcome back to another LEGO DC Comics Superheroes review. Today, to celebrate the 10th anniversary of this theme, we're going to be looking at set number 6860, the Batcave. This set includes 689 pieces and originally retailed for $69.99 back in January of 2012. So starting with the box art design, of course, we get that DC Universe Superheroes logo instead of your typical DC Comics at the top. Batman, of course, because we got a whole entire wave based on solely Batman other than one Superman related set here. And we also have our minifigures included, also noting that we get a comic book in here which we can actually look at because I have it off to the side, which we'll look at momentarily. You get a pretty rocky background there behind your main picture of the set, and then your yellow information off to the side. Flipping to the back of the box, we have quite a lot going on here, which we'll talk about momentarily. We also get a small advertisement for LEGO Batman 2 DC Superheroes, which was also a big game for the time period. Now, unfortunately, I can't show the numbered bags included in the set because I got this for my birthday back in 2012, but I can show the empty sticker sheet if you like that kind of thing. Of course, we have the second comic, which we'll look at momentarily, but first we have our 3 instruction manuals. I don't know why they split it up in 3. Could have been an easy booklet, but of course LEGO didn't really do that a lot back in the day. So peeking at these individually, back of the first one features the Win Kid for the time period. You get a transition to Book 2. Book 2 has a transition to Book 3, and Book 3 has all the fun stuff from the back. You get a LEGO Club advertisement, get an advertisement for LEGO Batman 2 DC Superheroes, first LEGO game with talking characters. We also have an advertisement for the construction figures, the buildable figures, Joker, Batman, Green Lantern, which I have all of these. I have a review up for the Joker. I might do a video where I talk about construction in general sometime in the future, so watch out for that. Where I'll talk about this, the Marvel characters, and also Chima and Bionicle Hero Factory, everything that we've gotten so far Star Wars for those characters. We get our piece count for 2 pages, leading on to some pictures of our final overall model. So yeah, that's all for the instructions, so let's take a look at the comic. So something that LEGO used to do back in the day for both the DC and Marvel themes was include these comics in them, which I mean I don't think are really too exciting, though they are exclusive, particularly to the sets. This is the second comic book that you could have gotten for the DC Comics Superheroes line. If you got all the sets, then you'd have a full set of the stories, so congratulations on you. I probably have a few of them, they're just somewhere down under my bed or something, I don't really know. But needless to say, look at that cover art there. You get 3 superheroes that we know and love, Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. You also have some villains here, most notably Lex Luthor just existing there with all these Batman villains, which I think is really interesting. We get a quick advertisement for all of the sets that are available, which I own all of these sets in my collection. Eventually I'll get around to reviewing them. This one I currently have a review up for, and same goes for the smaller one. The only 2 here that I don't have reviews for is that set because I'm missing the Superman figure for some reason, and this one because it's lost in my backlog of parts, and I also have the Funhouse Escape set, which I'll eventually get to reviewing, but the story probably doesn't make too much sense without the first comic, so here's the 2 pages of that. You get a minifigure checklist in here, which I think is cool. You get all of those figures throughout these sets. You get another few pages of comic here, and of course not too much dialogue, which I think is really nice for kids. You can just take a flip through and see the pictures. Really love the art style from these back in the day. You can take a look here, see some more action. And then that brings us to the bad guy round table at the end, just showcasing a lot of the sets that we've gotten from this particular wave. So yeah, that's all that I have to say for what would be the box contents. Let's get on to our minifigure selection. Starting off with our very first minifigure, of course we have to get Batman in the Batcave. This version of Batman is not exclusive, also coming within the Dynamic Duo Funhouse Escape set, which was the retail exclusive for the time period. The torso comes on 2 other versions of Batman, including that one from that set. We get the dark blue for the belt piece, no leg printing, no arm printing, because that really wasn't what they were doing back in the day. You get those dark blue hands, which I really like getting. You also get the Batman cape in dark blue, not the felt type, because they weren't doing that still back in the day. I also really like the coloring to the torso piece right there. The yellow and light gray mixture is just really nostalgic for Batman, in my opinion. You can take a look from the back, where you can flip the cape to take a better look at the back printing, where you see the continuation of the belt. And then we also get that double-sided facial expression, which is the common one for 2012, where you have the unhappy look from the front, and you can spin that right around to see a very nice grin. You get that white band at the top, so then you can see the white eyes in the cowl piece, which in that dark blue color isn't too common. We also happen to get Batman's alter ego Bruce Wayne in this set. We get an exclusive torso print in that sand blue color. I really like sand blue being used for his outfit. You get the light flesh tone for the hands there. Take a look at the back printing, which really isn't necessary, but nice to see still the same. Though when it comes to the facial expression for this character, to be completely honest, I don't know why we have a reused facial expression from this particular lineup, that being the Loki Lex Luthor headpiece, and maybe even Lucius Malfoy, where we only get the one facial expression from the front. I'm just going to turn it around to prove that there is no other facial expression here, just the one. Though I do like getting this hairpiece in black. That was something that was pretty new for the time period, and a hairpiece that I still like to this day. We also get Boy Wonder Robin in this set. This minifigure is not exclusive, coming in quite a few other sets, including that dynamic duo Funhouse Escape and a motorcycle poly bag. We've seen various parts from this character pop up on other different variations of Robin. The torso piece, for instance, through 2014, and the head through 2015, which is crazy to see that they're still using the Batman head and cowl, but they're not still using these pieces. But I mean, I don't think this is one of our best Robin characters, to be completely honest. I think the torso piece is okay. You get the black hips piece, the black hands there for some gloves. You get an accessory with this character of that grapple gun, which is certainly something they've improved on over the years. You get the Batman cape in black. You can flip that up so we can take a better look at the back torso printing, where just like Batman, we'll see the continuation of the belt piece down there. And we can also take off the hair piece and spin around the head to see the other facial expression, where we have an unhappy one here. And then what do you know, we have a scared, frightened look from the back. Though I do like getting, just like Bruce Wayne, that hair piece in black. Very nice to see that. Would have been nice if they included a Dick Grayson in the set. Just saying, LEGO, that would have been really cool to see, though they only did that once back in the 60s Batman set. Now, compared to the Poison Ivy that we saw back in the 2006 Batman wave, I don't really care for this one as much. I just feel like that one from 2006 is a bit more nostalgic. It's probably because I really loved playing the Batman video game back in the day, but this one just doesn't really do it for me. This particular version of Poison Ivy also comes in 2 other sets, Arkham Asylum from 2013 and Joker Land from 2015, which is crazy to see they were still using this figure back in 2015. Of course, we've seen updated versions from, say, like the Lego Batman movie and whatnot, though I think this is definitely a middle ground for Poison Ivy. Hopefully we'll get to see her return again in the future. She comes with one accessory being this vine piece, which I think is fine, it's okay. Get the leg printing leading up to the belt piece up to the main torso. You get that sleeveless look, really like getting light flesh arms on minifigures. Those are very nice to get. You can take a look at the back printing if you like that kind of thing. Pretty planty Herbie dress going on for her character. We'll also take off that hair piece so you can see the continuation of that print there, in addition to that alternate facial expression. I also do have to appreciate LEGO printing that lighter color on a lighter color there. It works very well when it comes to torso printing, light flesh tones on light colored torsos. We have a very nice smirk from this side of her character, and then a more furious, angry look from the back. I also really like that we get printing on the hairpiece there. It's something that LEGO doesn't typically do, so it's something that I do have to appreciate seeing included here, where you have those little bits of leaves here and there for poison ivy. And also the red color I think fits very well for this particular minifigure. Otherwise, it's just, I prefer the 2006 version, even though I don't have it yet in my collection. And then the very last minifigure included in here is Bane, which I think this might have been one of the very first times that we saw Bane in minifigure form, if I'm not mistaken, if we didn't see him in the 2006 through 2008 wave of sets. He comes with one accessory, being a stick of dynamite, which is totally fine. This minifigure is technically exclusive because it doesn't include an under-the-neck accessory that we'll later see on the version that comes in the LEGO Dimensions set for Bane, so it's interesting that they were still reusing that torso and headpiece for that character. We'll later see him return in the LEGO Batman movie, though I don't think we've seen him since that appearance, which was a big fig, which is certainly something that I'd love to see LEGO take on again for this particular character. We don't get any leg printing, just the plain black legs. Really like getting the flesh tone for the arms there again, and then you can take a look at the torso piece, pretty ripped version of Bane there. You can take a look at the back, where you'll see that thing on his back that goes into the back of his head. Again, I really like the detail showing them printing that on the back of the headpiece, since he is a bald character technically, and also printing those lighter colors on a darker surface there. I think they turned out alright. Maybe the white turned out a little bit faded, but otherwise it's a fine figure. Definitely one of the better versions of Bane that we've gotten other than the big fig. So looking at the final overall model for the Batcave, I think it turned out alright. It definitely isn't our best version of the Batcave. Someday I will eventually get that Batcave from 2006. It's one of my few white whales left on my collection list. So diving right in and starting off with the smaller builds here, we're gonna start with this Bat Cycle that's included. I mean, it's a typical Bat Cycle build. You get a sticker from the very front of it with your Batman logo. You also have the kind of cowl outline from the front, which is cool. You have the steering device, studded area for your minifigure to sit down. You get the wheels, of course, so you can spin those as you so desire. Full sort of black color scheme, a little bit of yellow to add on that little bit of Batman feeling. And of course, flick fire missiles that you can flick out into the distance, never to be found again. We get one from each side, no extras. And of course, because we get that studded area, you can set your minifigure of Robin and have him hold on to the controls while he's also trying to hold on to his gun. He looks a little scared there. And the cape will just fly behind. Unfortunately, we didn't get those soft felt capes back in the day, so this cape is more liable to get ruined. And then for the other build, we have Bane's drill tank, which is, I mean, it's an interesting build. This is what Bane thinks he's gonna use to get Poison Ivy out of prison, apparently. Again, we have those flick fire missiles, because LEGO loves those things. I'm gonna flick one out, shoot it at the Batcave there. Again, we don't get any extras of those, unlike our flick fire missiles or any of those stud gun things that we have nowadays. We get a little control up here connected via a clip piece with a printed 1x1 tile. We also have a little light there, which I don't think that really helps, to be completely honest. We have a steering device, area to set your minifigure, get those little engine things off to the side, some stickers from the side of this big piece here, which is pretty cool to get. We also get some of these conveyor belt tire pieces, as I like to call them. Really like getting some of those for this particular vehicle. Unfortunately, it doesn't really work too well unless it's on the ground, of course, so you have to hold it from the middle if you want to have all three wheels spinning. And we also have a pretty cool feature when you're actually driving this vehicle that allows the front where we have the drill to spin. So plopping your minifigure of Bane in here, just set him down on the studded area there, and you can just bring this down here. And drill into action. Now when it comes to the Batcave, you get pretty much everything that you could ask for the time period. You get the Bat computer, you get a place to turn Bruce Wayne into Batman, some extra accessories, a holding cell for your enemies, and even a door area, so if you have the Batmobile or say the Bat Cycle, you can have that easily roll right through it. So taking the bridge out for just a moment, we're gonna start with this side of the Batcave. So starting down here, we can easily separate this part using some Technic connections, where we have a holding cell. And it says exactly that on a stickered 2x4 tile, holding cell. We also get another sticker up here on that 1x4 tile that says alert on one of these spinny plate things that has some more flick fire missiles as sort of like alert system for Batman, I suppose, which is nice. You get those flick fire missiles, which I'm not going to shoot off again because you know how those work. We have some bars, which are using those lightsaber bar pieces there. You can easily remove this section here, which should have came with this piece down here, where we have a bunch of these jumper plates, which should allow this piece to come off a bit easier. You can toss your minifigure of Poison Ivy in the jail cell. You can tell that this is Poison Ivy's cell because we have a lot of information about her all around. We have another sticker on this wall element that shows Poison Ivy and just a scan of her character. From this side we have the temperature as well as some extra little details regarding some plant life within this holding cell there, which I think is nice as some extra small details. Again, stickers are kind of annoying as opposed to prints, but I think LEGO did a good job for the time period. Again, you can easily close this up by tossing that on the jumper plate area, and there you go, you have Poison Ivy in her prison. Now when it comes to the rest of the build here, we use quite a lot of support pieces, a few Technic pieces back here, which we'll talk about momentarily when it comes to one of the action features that we have up above. We also get some bat gear up here, which utilizes another sticker on this 2x4 tile piece. We have two batarangs, we have a binoculars piece, and of course you can't have enough of those handcuff pieces, so then you can put them on your enemies. We also get another sticker on this wall element piece that shows the transformation of Batman. So when we move all the way up here, we have a jumper plate area where you can toss Bruce Wayne. We also get another fun accessory up here, a small detail with that red phone, which also has a sticker on that 1x2 cheese slope. We also get the typical phone piece being used over here, and also the trap door as the main area where you actually can transform Batman. Now when it comes to the very back of the build, we have this area that you can easily move like such, which should allow your characters to drop down, though unfortunately I don't know if I built it correctly because it's not working exactly the way that it should. So what's supposed to happen is you bring Bruce Wayne down there, and then he turns into Batman, just an easy push in case you don't get the exact Technic feature to work correctly. And of course from that point you can easily bring that trapdoor down, and you have Batman instead of Bruce Wayne in the Batcave. We can toss the holding cell over here, and we can grab the other piece of the Batcave, and we can connect this bridge area, which uses this ladder piece in dark gray, and also some sidebars. I do appreciate some extra safety in the Batcave and a small little bat, because you can't not have bats in the Batcave, to the other spinny plate that we have over here for this section of the Batcave, which we're going to look at right now. So looking at this section of the Batcave, we have some more of those beam pieces for the supports. We have some more ladder pieces leading up to the very top where we have the Bat computer. We also have another cool feature right here where we have some sliding doors, which we can take a better look at from the back, where you can see how we can pull those opened and closed. We have these small little bar pieces, so you can actually put these side by side. We also have a small other clip piece connection over here that allows the doors to stop moving once they reach that particular spot, so you can see that this one won't go any farther, and this one won't go any further either. In addition, when the doors are open, we also have these clip piece connections, so you can actually move those in and out like that if you want to, if you don't want to use these bar pieces. Now moving up a level, we have another one of those security alert things up here on one of those spinny plates. Now you can spin in a 360 direction and get more of those flick fire missiles, and another sticker on one of those 1x4 tile pieces that says alert. From the very front over here, we have a brand new print for this particular set on this dish piece of the bat symbol. This piece also comes in one other set, that being the 2013 LEGO Games set, which only released in the UK, unfortunately, and in Europe, so I mean, this is practically the only set in the United States or in North America that you would have been able to get that particular piece in. We also have some small little light details, which you're also going to see outlining the edges of all of these builds, which I didn't really talk about on the last one. Now getting to the main Bat computer build, we have quite a bit going on over here. Of course, you have a spinny plate with a chair, so you can actually place Bruce Wayne or Batman in the chair area right there. Just make sure that their cape floats behind their character, though you can spin your character of Batman. I don't like how the cape looks from the back when they're sitting down. It's just a little unfortunate that they don't have those felt style capes. So we're gonna just remove this altogether so we can take a better look at everything going on for the Bat computer. Now the Bat computer is actually one entire build that you can easily remove from the situation if you really wanted to, though we're going to leave it here for time being. We get a few of those hinge plate pieces, so then you can actually adjust this if you want to have it all straight on, or if you want to have them all curved. We have some more of these hinge plates over here that give you the angling to these 2x2 tile pieces that also feature more stickers for some controls down here that interact, along with these flag pieces that all feature some really cool details. We have some of the other sets that are in this wave, including the Batwing and the Batmobile. You also have some information about Bane and also his drill tank there. You also have a little map of Gotham City. I really like all the small little details that the designers put into these stickers. They did a really nice job. And of course, Batman cannot live without his coffee, staying up so late at night. So yeah, that's pretty much all that I have to say for this build. We also get some lights up at the top, which are very nice. Just add a little bit of light or pretend light into the Batcave. And as I said, you can connect this to the other piece where we get those two spinny plates, so you can actually adjust these any way you want. Have this one in front or have that one in front. So overall, for $70 back in the day, this was probably one of our cheaper Batcaves that we've ever gotten. I don't remember the price of the 2006 version. You get a pretty solid minifigure selection. Of course, you get Batman and Boy Wonder Robin. You also happen to get Bruce Wayne in this set, so you can have Bruce Wayne turn into Batman. You get two villains. You get Poison Ivy for the second time in LEGO form, and you get Bane for, I'm pretty sure, the first time in LEGO form. When it comes to the build of the Batcave overall, I think it's fine. It's definitely not our best version of the Batcave. You get pretty much everything that you can ask for, as I said before. Another thing that I really like about this set is how you can interact with the other sets within the wave. Like, you can have the Batmobile coming out of that passageway there. You can put other enemies in the holding cell if you want to, though of course you don't get the other details that you would have gotten if they were included in this set. So yeah, that's pretty much all that I have to say for this video. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below what your thoughts are on this set. Always remember to like and subscribe and hit that bell icon so every time I upload a new video. So yeah, that's it for now, and I will see you next time. Bye!